And as promised, two familiar faces on the programme today, but not in the studio, but on two phone lines we've patched together through the desk. I don't know how this works, and I don't know where they are, but we are joined by Damon Albarn and Robert Smith. Evening, gentlemen.
Hey!
Good evening.
Damon, whereabouts are you?
I'm on the southern side of the Seine at some kind of dance studio.
Oh, okay. Can we ask what...
I've just had some amazing Congolese buffet. I'm doing this thing called Le Vol de Boli, which translates into English means the theft of the Boli, which means the theft of the African spirit.
How many plates have you been spinning during your time in lockdown? I mean, I know you never stopped working, and I know you've obviously with your own studio. I guess it was slightly easier to carry on writing and doing things. But
no. I went down to Devon on March the 19th because my mum and dad live down there, and I have a house down there. So I've got a couple of barns, and I set up a studio in one of them. Yeah, well, it was very, very basic setup, but it was enough, to keep on working.
Yeah. And Robert, how are you and where are you?
I'm on the southern part of the UK. I'm on the coast. And I haven't had any Congolese. I've just been out picking magic beans. It's not quite as exciting, but it might be later.
Don't underrate those magic beans.
I'll tell you what, Robert, it's a lot different to, what was it, just over a year ago, the last time we spoke, and you were just preparing for your headline appearance at Glastonbury, weren't you, last year?
Yeah, it's been black and white, really, last year and this year. I mean, I feel really sorry for all the people that had plans for this year. I mean, it's just been a disaster. So, from my own perspective, it was great that we got so much done last year, and it was a fantastic year. But, I mean, this year has just been just not a year. It's just been completely weird. Because
I guess you're slightly more fortunate, because I don't think the Cure had much in the diary this year, did they?
Our whole idea for this year was really finishing off the album that we started last year, me finishing off a solo album, and also finishing digitising like decades of stuff that we've got, the video stuff, in order to make this film with Tim Pope about the history of the band. So it's actually benefited me because there have been no other distractions. So I've actually got a lot of what I wanted to do done.
Yeah.
So,
before we play this new track, which we've worked on together, Damon, just for people who may not have kept up to speed with the Song Machine collection, the idea of what you've been doing, which obviously Song Machine, the album which is coming, is a culmination of a series of songs and accompanying videos which have been released in a series of episodes featuring a series of very diverse guests. But just off air, Robert was asking you, did you know where you were going with this project when you started? And you said... No. Absolutely
no idea. And, but isolation in its kind of... I really kind of sort of got my head around it as a way of existing. And, it has its pitfalls like any other form of existence. But if you're kind of have a bit of self-discipline, it can be incredibly productive. So I hope everyone's been productive, because... We're unlikely to get an opportunity like this again.
With obviously the songs and the guests on this record, I think I read somewhere that it's about trying to find kindred spirits, and you can sort of, I don't know how you identify a kindred spirit, whether you have to meet someone or you can just hear their music.
No, you don't. I mean, we did this tune with Robert completely by email. And he wasn't actually really... I mean, we sent him it, and he said, yeah, I like it.
Was I really that enthusiastic?
No. But, you were like...
I loved it. I thought it was excellent.
I know you did say it was excellent, but you were like... You weren't specific about when you would actually do so. And then, but to be fair, you did kind of sort of keep us kind of in the loop about where you were at. It's like, I've done something, but I think I can do better. And then, And anyway... I was leaving the barn one night, and I'd had definitely too much to drink, and I slipped and fell and hit my head on the stone wall of the barn door. And I woke up in the morning with this huge, great bump, thankfully nothing else. And I sent an email, I don't know, it'd been about 6 o'clock in the morning, to Robert, and he answered it immediately and said, I'm gonna finish it now. I don't know. I just maybe it was my near-death experience that, like.
I felt ripples in in the force, and I thought I better get this done.
Well, I tell you what though.
Exactly. That's how I interpret it anyway. But then again, I am deluded.
I imagine though, Robert, although you have worked with other artists over the years, I imagine not a day goes by without, I don't know, a Hungarian goth metal band sending you a request for a guest appearance.
But there have been a lot more than usual through the lockdown period. I suppose people are thinking, like, you know, what
funny that, isn't it?
what should we do? But generally speaking, I've done just a couple of other things this year, a couple of other collaborative things. Nothing like this Gorillaz thing. But yeah, it just came out there, and I suppose I was in the middle of doing a couple of finishing off the big song at the end of the Cure album, which is sort of like 10 minutes of just like intense doom and gloom. And this dropped out of my inbox, and I thought, it's great. I went outside and listened to it a few times. I also had a couple of drinks, so I thought I lit a fire. It was actually had a different title. It was called Elk People, and I thought, I can get into this. It's a bit sort of, you know, reindeers pissing in the snow kind of thing. But it had this sense of like travel to it, and I thought, and I was just standing there, I was thinking, like, a lot of nights I'm outside, like, stargazing, because it's one of my passions.
And you especially like my niece's trumpet, because
that was the clincher.
All my family went down to this place in Devon, and you know, there came a day when my 9-year-old niece, I was like, "Come on, you play the trumpet. Come on, come in the studio and do something." And she did that, and then I think that was the reason why Robert, like,
I must admit,
himself.
Yeah, I think in my first reply, I was like, it's great, particularly the trumpet.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I've registered her for PPL, so hopefully, you know, when she's older, she'll understand.
Yeah.
And when you've, you know, managed, you've got someone you're going to work with, and they've said yes, and have you already got the idea for a song, and you ask someone to do it because you think they'll fit, or are you writing around them, Damon? And then when it comes,
no. What I gave Robert was something very vague. He completely and utterly, he made it what it is.
And are you
very sweet.
Yeah, are you ever surprised?
Well, true. I'm not sweet, but I'm honest.
Yeah.
You can be both, Damon. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes people misinterpret it as sweet.
I'm just honest. Is there any point where people have really surprised you as they've come back, and, you know, their vision of, you know, what you've given them is something which has surprised you? I mean, in a good way, mate. Oh, we lost the line.
The caller.
I was going to pretend to be him and answer then. Missed my chance. Well, now that I've said it out loud, I probably have just realised it wouldn't be the best idea.
No, probably not.
Well, seeing it from the other point of view, just to answer it from, like, actually, that you were saying about, like, Hungarian goth metal and stuff. It's amazing that most of the stuff that I'm sent to collaborate on is actually not anything like what the Cure does and what we kind of know. You know, I'm not really sure what we're known for anymore, but it isn't a natural fit. And it's actually those things that over the years I've found the most attractive thing to do, because it kind of just pushes me outside of where I normally am, and I enjoy that feeling of, you know, there's a great sense of release doing this Gorillaz thing, because it's just I can muck about with it, I can add stuff, and, you know, it was a lot of fun, I suppose.
So I'm back.
Well, welcome back. One thing from the videos, and not all the videos feature the people who've made the track in the videos, but in the videos where you do appear, you look like you're having an absolute ball in your studio and wherever you're recording.
I really try not to do anything unless I'm enjoying myself. Sometimes even enjoying yourself is not enough to make it good, but most of the time it's a good start.
Thank you very much. Before anything else happens, thank you for joining us, and we shall play the track. What else? So, Robert, good luck with finishing off the records, and I'm not going to press you for release dates. I realise that's, never going to happen.
Yeah, I'll just come up with an imaginary date.
Yeah.
Pick one.
And Damon, you had to cancel some solo stuff, didn't you? But I imagine that will be back on the cards at some point.
Oh well, you know, I just keep my head down and get on with it. You know, I'm very low expectations. Honestly, I'm just lucky to even be able to do what I'm doing. So.
Well, bless you. Thank you for talking us through this track, which you'll find on Gorillaz Song Machine Collection. Season 1, it's out on October the 23rd, and this is on it for the first time anywhere on radio.
Hey.
This is Strange Times.